Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So first I gotta thank you all for subscribing to the channel. You guys know there is a giveaway happening on April 1st. I am giving away 2 ledgers. I also wanted to thank you guys for re-following me on Twitter. Now, I know this might not sound like that important of a milestone, but my Twitter account, for whatever reason, got banned back in June. Twitter decided that I wasn't tweeting enough, maybe, and I lost all my followers. Obviously, I had to start a new Twitter account, and at that point, I was at about 12,000 followers. So I'm back over 12,000 followers, and in way less time than it took originally. I wanted to thank you guys for that. Also, just wanted to mention again, I am giving away 2 Ledger Nanos, an S and an X, but we have to reach 70,000 subscribers on this channel. Guys, we're getting there slowly but surely. This is XRP on the hourly, and yesterday there was some interesting movement for the XRP cryptocurrency compared to the rest of the space. It looked as though XRP was rallying a little bit, not by much, but it was rallying a little bit, whereas the rest of the coins seem to be in decline. And just to kind of give you guys a visual sense of that, let's take a look at Bitcoin here. Bitcoin right now trading at about 47,500, and you can see over the last couple of days now, Bitcoin has seen a bit of a decline. And to give you guys a sense of where we're at in terms of amount of decline that Bitcoin has seen, if I take it from 6 a.m. yesterday and kind of go over a 24-hour time period, you can see Bitcoin was down roughly 4.37%, whereas XRP, although it did rally initially, it did kind of come back down here, and you guys can see this. If I bring this up here, right down there to the closing at about 24 hours, XRP is actually up 1.13%. So what was going on yesterday that initially got XRP gains to go up to over 10%, and then of course XRP could not hold, it came back down over 1%. Well, the fact of the matter is it did rally. It was based on news. One of the bigger things that people were talking about yesterday was this document here. It was the answer of Defendant from Ripple Labs Inc. to the plaintiff's first amended complaint. So Defendant Ripple Labs Inc., by and through its undersigned counsel, hereby answers and asserts affirmative defenses to Plaintiff Security and Exchange Commission, the SEC, first amended complaint, and reserves its right to request dismissal of the complaint on any and all grounds unless expressly admitted all allegations set forth by the complaint are denied. This statement is 100 pages long and just released yesterday, so filed yesterday, March 4th, 2021. A very lengthy document, but guys, I will leave this PDF here for you guys in the comments section if you want to go through all the arguments here. And by the comments section, I obviously meant the description of the video. So I'm just going to go over some of the key points here. I don't want to spend hours and hours and hours going through this. I mean, I think that's a forte for some YouTubers. That is certainly not my channel, but I am going to give you guys some salient points here. So some of the things that were parsed out of this was the fact that Ripple was essentially accusing the SEC of picking crypto winners and losers. So this coming from the Cryptic Poet, posted this article with regards to this. So the U.S. Security and Exchange Commission is trying to treat the cryptocurrency XRP as a security, even as it exempts Bitcoin and Ether. Obviously, that is one of the biggest points of contention here that I think is on everybody's minds. In a court filing Thursday, Ripple pushed back against the SEC, which has sued Ripple, its co-founder Chris Larsen, and Chief Executive Officer Brad Garlinghouse in December. We know all that. The SEC can't regulate XRP. It's a medium of exchange, a virtual currency used in international and domestic transactions. It is not a security, Ripple said in the filing. The SEC's filing, based on an overreaching legal theory, amounts to picking virtual currency winners and losers, as the SEC has exempted Bitcoin and Ethereum from similar regulation. So this is the main crux of this article, the fact that, the SEC is deciding which coins are going to be winners and losers, and they've already made some statements surrounding Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, Bitcoin, I understand, there's no company behind Bitcoin, and so there is nobody to sue, even if you did want to sue Bitcoin. Satoshi Nakamoto is an anonymous figure, and so how can you sue Bitcoin? Well, years have since passed, and now there are companies who are creating cryptocurrencies. Some of us are wondering why Ethereum gets a pass and why XRP is in the crosshairs of the SEC. Some are suggesting that this is all calculated, and since Ripple and XRP are set out to revamp the current banking system, that this poses a threat to bankers, and so it is suggested by some that this could be an orchestrated lawsuit by the SEC. There's a lot of evidence pointing to the fact that that could definitely be the case. So let's continue with this statement here from Ripple. This from El Crypto King. Ripple compares XRP to oil and diamonds in its response to the SEC's amended complaint. So another article here published by You Today. Not going to talk talk too much about the intro here, but I'm going to go down here to this heading that says Ripple denies it created XRP. The SEC lawsuit states that co-founder Jed McCaleb, Ripple Agent 1 Arthur Brito, and cryptographer 1 David Schwartz were responsible for minting 100 billion XRP tokens at little cost. Ripple denies this allegation in its response, despite Schwartz explicitly mentioning that the people who created XRP were pretty much the same people who created Ripple in his tweet that was posted just months prior to the SEC lawsuit. Now, this is not the same thing, so let's tease this apart now. The heading says Ripple denies it created XRP. David Schwartz says the people who created XRP are pretty much the same people who created Ripple. It is a chicken and an egg argument. If there is no company to create XRP, well then, I think it is logical to say Ripple did not create XRP. The people who eventually founded Ripple created XRP, and then they founded Ripple to distribute XRP, but Ripple, the company, as it stands today, did not create XRP. So, this could be a legal technicality that gives Ripple an edge. The people who created XRP are pretty much the same people who created Ripple, and they created Ripple originally to, among other things, distribute XRP. This coming from David Schwartz's tweet. The tweet is linked in this article here. Ripple holding a large percentage of the cryptocurrency is similar to Exxon holding oil, and we've heard this before. According to the company's most recent filing, many entities own large amounts of commodities and participate heavily in the commodities market. Exxon holds large quantities of oil. De Beers owns large quantities of diamonds. Bitmain and other Chinese miners own a large percentage of outstanding Bitcoin. And so David Schwartz just likening it to other industries where we see these major companies holding a large majority of a valuable asset that they deal in. In this case, we're talking about XRP. And we know a few years ago, Ripple even tried to distance itself from XRP. I know in the bull run of 2017, when you look on the exchanges or on CoinMarketCap, you would see XRP listed with the Ripple logo there, and eventually they said, no, we're not one and the same, and so they created the X, that classic XRP logo that you guys are probably very familiar with. And from then on out, Ripple began distancing itself from XRP because the two are two separate entities. And so an interesting point to note here, I wanted to thank El Crypto King for pointing that out. Also, we've got this from Ian Northing. Ripple's Chris Larsen files motion to dismiss SEC case over XRP sales. Larsen's lawyer says the SEC has failed to show he knowingly committed any wrongdoing. So bringing us to this. Chris Larsen and Brad Garlinghouse, as we know, are part of this lawsuit. So Ripple's executive chairman has asked the court to dismiss a U.S. Security and Exchange Commission lawsuit alleging securities violations relating to sales of XRP cryptocurrency, according to the legal letter informing Judge Annalisa Torres at the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York of a motion to dismiss. Lawyers say that the SEC's amended complaint still fails to state a claim against Mr. Larsen. And so we got a little bit of the background there. The central claim, though, however, centers on Larsen having knowingly or recklessly provided substantial assistance to another person in violation of Section 5 of the Securities Act 1933, according to the amended complaint filed last month. On those grounds, Larsen's lawyer contended that the SEC failed to show that Chris Larsen knew at the time XRP units were securities and Ripple's activities were inappropriate. They make various points to back this up, including that of the Justice Department and FinCEN, considering the regulated XRP as a virtual currency, a fact inconsistent with it being a security. The SEC's own allegations are not only deficient, but affirmatively show it cannot meet this standard. The letter reads, at a minimum, the SEC must allege that it was so obvious that XRP transactions were securities and Ripple's conduct was improper that Mr. Larsen must have been aware of it. The lawyers argue the regulator fails to demonstrate Larsen has provided substantial assistance to Ripple in carrying out the sales of XRP, or that Larsen's XRP transactions were within the U.S. and hence within its jurisdiction. And we talked a little bit about this yesterday. It's going to be very, very tricky for the SEC to make or rather to prove that these XRP sales happened in the United States. And even if the exchange happens to be in the United States, that doesn't necessarily mean that these transactions happen in the United States because, as you know, many different people from around the world could sign up for, an account on an American exchange. So that wouldn't really prove anything. This deficiency is fatal to the Section 5 claim against Mr. Larsen, according to the letter. To plead a Section 5 violation, the SEC must adequately allege that each sale occurred within the territorial reach of Section 5. So the jurisdictional argument, they're obviously going to be a hindrance for the SEC. The letter also alleges that the SEC's claim for monetary relief is time-barred, having gone beyond the allotted period to pursue a claim under Section 5. So there is a time allotment there, and apparently it has expired because the SEC has alleged that the sales of XRP over a multi-year period constituted only one offer. The statute of limitations began to run in 2013 and expired in 2018. Interesting to note that. And guys, despite the fact that this lawsuit is going on, and despite the fact that we're getting, more legal updates every day, it seems, from this case, apparently XRP liquidity has grown outside the US and continues to grow in Asia, certainly in Japan. This coming straight from Brad Garlinghouse. So this an article from Reuters. Blockchain firm Ripple sees no fallout in Asia Pacific from SEC lawsuit. Again, the beginning of this article just gives us some background. Ripple got sued in December by the SEC. This caused US cryptocurrency exchanges to halt the trading of XRP. And then here's a quote. The lawsuit has hindered activity in the United States, but it has not really impacted what's going on for us in the Asia Pacific. This coming from Brad Garlinghouse. He told Reuters this in a video interview from California. We have been able to continue to grow the business in Asia and Japan because we've had regulatory clarity in those markets, he said, adding that he did not know of any exchange outside of the United States that have halted XRP trading. XRP is traded on over 200 exchanges around the world. It's really only 3 or 4 exchanges in the United States that have halted trading. Garlinghouse was one of 2 of the firm's executives alleged by the SEC in December by personally gaining about $600 million received from the unregistered offering. Let me go down here. Gives us some more insight on the regulatory clarity here. Mentions Gary Gensler down here. And let me go back down to this paragraph. While Bitcoin is considered a commodity by U.S. financial regulators, most other cryptocurrencies have yet to be classified as commodities or securities. Ripple has signed more than 50 new contracts with banks globally since the SEC brought its lawsuit. So this just goes to show you that, in the face of this SEC lawsuit, many other banks around the world are not really caring about it, and they're continuing with business as usual. They see the potential for XRP. They understand that XRP is going to be a mover and shaker in the crypto space in the coming years with regards to not only cross-border transactions, but also just, basically exchanging the value of anything from point A to point B in a matter of seconds at a fraction of the cost of what it costs right now to exchange value. And in a lot of cases, you can't really just exchange, gold for real estate as an example. It is very, very difficult to do that. You have to liquidate your gold, get cash for it, and then use that cash to purchase your house or your building or whatever you want to purchase. So the internet of value, exchanging value with XRP, this has not hindered the rest of the world. We're seeing the activity of XRP liquidity has grown outside the United States and continue to grow in Asia, certainly in Japan. So that coming from Brad Garlinghouse. Wanted to thank Crypto Eddie for posting that. And this really has hindered XRP hodlers. We know John Deaton has already started a class action lawsuit against the SEC for the XRP community, XRP hodlers, investors, retail investors who have invested. And it's suggested that these actions have caused $15 billion in damages to XRP holders. So this coming from Mac Attack XRP. This article, again, just outlining some of the key points. There is a Stuart Alderati tweet in here that I wanted to just go over real quick. Today, Ripple filed our answer to the SEC's amended complaint, notably with full transparency to the SEC. XRP was listed on 200 plus exchanges. Billions of dollars in XRP were bought and sold monthly. Many market makers had daily XRP transactions and third-party products not developed by Ripple, and they all used XRP. The blockchain firm argued that in bringing a case that alleges an unregistered securities offering of just over $1.3 billion from several years ago, the SEC has already caused more than approximately $15 billion in damages to those it purports to protect. And so it talks a little bit about that 100-page document, guys, that I will link in the description of this video. Down here it says, to conclude, Ripple unequivocally denies all charges in the SEC's amended complaint, calling the allegations overarching. We're looking forward to learning more about the SEC's meeting with major XRP market participants who asked for guidance but were never told that XRP transactions would be subject to federal securities laws. This coming from Stuart Alderati, Ripple's general counsel. That's the other thing, right? A lot of these cryptocurrency exchanges went to the SEC before listing XRP and asked them, hey, look, is this legit? Can we offer this to our clients? Are you guys going to, come down on us if we do? And crickets. That's all they heard. Nothing suggesting that XRP was a security, and this was happening for 8 straight years. So Stuart Alderati bringing up that point, let me just go back to this tweet thread here. He continues by saying in this tweet thread, we're looking forward to learning more about the SEC's meeting with major XRP market participants who asked the guidance but were never told that XRP transactions would be subject to the federal securities law. Right, what I was mentioning just earlier. And this from XRP Crow pointing this out. This a quote from David Schwartz himself. We don't use XRP as a bank account, but as a strategic weapon. A great statement here from one of the brilliant creators of the XRP cryptocurrency. Yes, there was incentives to utilize XRP. Yes, Ripple did give away some XRP to clients. Ripple did sell some XRP to some clients, but I do not think that the sales of this were as nefarious as the SEC is making them out to be. As you're trying to create an ecosystem, obviously, you have to create it by distributing and deploying that said cryptocurrency that you want to be utilized. Since there's no mining to be had and these were pre-minted, there needed to be other ways to distribute XRP, and so this was the way Ripple chose. They obviously realized what a good thing they had, and so then they started with the education campaign, right? Letting banks know this is what we have, this is how we want to change the face of banking. You can start by using our product at that time called XCurrent. I believe it's probably still called XCurrent. I know XRapid was rebranded on-demand liquidity, but at the beginning, Ripple was trying to get these guys on board using XCurrent, allowing these big banks and major companies to gain their trust. Then eventually, what we saw was a lot of these banks and financial institutions were warming up to Ripple, were realizing, hey, look, we can trust these guys. Now Ripple can offer them a stronger, more beneficial, more effective product, at that time called XRapid, now called on-demand liquidity. Since 2019, we've seen companies like MoneyGram jump, not only use on-demand liquidity, but actually partner with Ripple, and we've seen quarter-over-quarter profits for that company in particular. So there was a strategy from the beginning, and I think the SEC is trying to make this sound a lot more simple than it actually is. Another tweet here from XRP Crypto Wolf retweeting out Stuart Alderati's tweet. Ripple will win or settle because it's obvious XRP is not a security. Down here, Jack Riley saying the SEC lawsuit was planned by all parties involved. It was the perfect way to thin out the retail investors and was also the best way to delay things until the exact moment the world is ready to flip the switch. So other people in the space too, thinking that this is coordinated, that this is no coincidence, that the SEC dropped this lawsuit strategically because of political motivation. Vladimir down here saying exchanges should also consider the factual side of the case and start listing XRP again, especially those who approached the SEC in the past and didn't receive any proper guidance. I agree completely. I mean, unfortunately, the world just isn't, wouldn't it be great if it was that easy? There are a lot of complications involved. You don't want to get sued. I mean, you don't want to get your business shut down if you are, a big one like Coinbase or whoever. Ultimately, though, I do believe, like a lot of people in the XRP community, I do think that Ripple does have a strong case. Because even when you think of something as simple as the news we just heard the other day, that there is indeed now a private ledger that is going to essentially complement the XRP community for banks and other financial institutions that want to do business privately. This is a new milestone for Ripple, and if this SEC case wasn't so big in the XRP community in terms of news, we would be celebrating it more. But the fact that this was just even created goes to show you how serious banks are about using XRP. Plain and simple, I think it's clear as day. I'm going to keep following up as I hear more developments to keep you guys updated, but I think for now, I think that's going to do it for this video. So that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel. We need to reach 70,000 subscribers by March 31st. I'm giving away 2 Ledger Nanos. You can get a free Ledger Nano, guys. All you have to do is literally subscribe. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.